energy work I'm doing is based on liberating the human energy field and liberating it from distorted energies and from negative energies, and make it free that prana, so that called life force, can flow through the energy field better, make it healthier, and also can heal itself better, which means I can also support the self-healing power from the body, and also sometimes even going into patterns and psychological or mental disorders.
You've just mentioned it, that to activate the self-healing powers within yourself. Is that the woman's or women's healing space?
Right, yes. I think that every woman has inside herself a big space. And
how big is that?
Very big. It's actually endless, because we all are part of the universal primordial feminine energy, and every woman can be a part of this immense power and immense, like it's almost like an ocean full of power. And if you have the access as a woman to go to this place, then you can have healing powers for yourself or for others. So if you want to be a healer, you can heal from this place, and being on a safe place where nothing else can disturb, or your ego or your own will is not interfering. And this is a very, very interesting place to be for every woman in this world, I think. And it's very important that you know how to access this part, because every woman has it, but sometimes they have problems to reach it. And I know the steps where you can go to with an easy technique, and then you have the access. During the seminars, I try to teach them what they can do themselves to reach this power, because as we said before, every woman has it, or every man. And we do meditations, we do mudras, we do affirmations, we do other exercises where you can learn how to teach yourself or how to get yourself healed of patterns or relationship issues and things like that. So I try to empower them in the seminars, so that basically what I want, my goal is that they sit at home and say, oh, I can do it all myself, I really don't have to go to somebody. You see, I want them to be strong, to take care of themselves, and to do to be able to do everything what they need to have a good and healthy life. And almost every woman has the power to do that.
What is a powerful woman for you?
Yes, I have, my experience is that women are very free now, you know, in the modern times. We have all access, we can do what we want, we can work what we want, we can marry who we want. We are very outside, very free. But what I saw in my practice was that most women having still the old patterns who they are answering to in their own energy field, which means all the old wounds from the patriarchal heritage, all the traumas, all the childhood traumas, all the scars, everything is still in there. And it actually doesn't matter in which country. I really went from Austria, Turkey, America, and I have experience with some different cultures, and it is always the same. We have always the same problems, the internal problem, because the energy field is not 100% free, like we are on the outside. So there is still a lot of work to do. When I do individual sessions, I try to go to the root of a problem. For example, somebody comes to me and said, I have this pattern with my father and it disturbs all my male relationships. Then we would go not only to the father in this life, of course, but we will try to find the real root. of this problem, of this specific problem. Sometimes even going into past lives. So that we have basically, I want always to analyze and to discover a red
a thread.
Yes, a red thread, where you go from one point to the other, but it's always the same red thread. And this is what I do in the individual sessions. We really try to find out the reason, the root and the cause, and then we can work on this.
This healing space, how did you discover this?
Oh, it started long ago. I was starting with, for example, no, we go way back. It was when I was 6 years old. I tried to heal myself because I had a very big toothache. And for some reason my mother went home and I was alone and we had no doctor nearby, so I just started to do that on my own, and it worked. So I knew I have something which works, and I knew somehow intuitively how to do it. So and then, but when I grew up, I worked with, I did bodywork for a long time, so I made my experience with my hands. And I worked on the chakras in the body space, also with my hands. And from these years on, I started to see energy fields over my hands, flowing around, or other energies flowing around, negative energy or distorted energy. And I could actually release them with my hands. So that's what where I come from. And then after a while, I started to do it mentally, the same thing. So when I saw something which comes up during the body work, I saw it with my eyes, basically, and then I could release this mentally. Then I also have women with reproductive issues, and this is also, in the last years, it was a part of my work. It came to me, and I can see sometimes why women can't get pregnant, what's in the way, specifically even in the uterus, some negative energy, or some blockages from past life, or blockages from other people, or even curses. We had that in one situation with a woman. And if we find out what's really in the way to get pregnant, and we can find that out, then sometimes it happens spontaneously. And sometimes I also had a woman, she was doing fertility in a clinic, and parallel I helped her supporting that process because it's very stressful and emotionally very involved. So they're going through a roller coaster, and I can stabilize that a little bit, and also again seeing what is the cause that she can't conceive.
I can imagine that you also have a few mothers that come to you with their issues. What are these issues about, and what can you do about them?
Yes. Lately I had a lot of calls about over-challenged, stressed mothers. Specifically one, she had 3 kids. And we had a longer conversation, and then we did a workshop together. And she invited friends, they all had kids, and we did a little program for them especially. And it was very nice because I taught them mudras to calm down quickly, like 10 minutes. It really does not take long because mothers have no time. So they can do it 10 minutes, sit down, even when they go to the toilet, just for a few moments it takes. The mudras, then I have a little program for activating the most important chakra, which is the first chakra and the etheric chakras, because the most important is to be grounded as a mother. If you don't have the base, which means the connecting yourself to the earth element, then you have trouble being a mother. You have no patience, you are always under pressure, you are annoyed, you are stressed. So this is a very good idea to do that, and everybody can do that also very, very quickly. and it helps tremendously. I include in my work also the traditional 5 elements from the Chinese. So what I mean with connecting to the earth is that the earth element, we all have these 5 elements in our energy field based on which element is strong, which is weak. And to harmonize these elements, you can do a lot. And this I include in my work. And in this specific program, I did connecting to the earth element, which means they have to eat certain things which are coming from the earth element. They have to strengthen the middle, which means the middle is also the organs, milz, spleen, and stomach. So everything what's strengthen these 2 organs, which includes the 3rd chakra and the spleen chakras, the etheric chakras we call them. And we worked a lot with these 3 chakras, and that helps a lot.
My last question is, when is the book going to be released in German? Energy Healing for Women.
That is a very good question. I have no idea. It really depends on the American publisher. And they're searching for a German publisher now, but we didn't hear exactly when it comes out. But I heard a lot of questions about that from my clients too, and I hope it comes soon.
We hope so too.
That's so nice, thank you.